I'll say this: pizza in Chicago, garbage. Deep dish pizza. Deep dish pizza though, good.
The Three RoOs podcast. Welcome to the Three RoOs podcast. I'm Tyler. We're missing Seth tonight, and we got Brizzy over there. Today's guest is my buddy Steven Caboose Finelli, also from my fraternity. Yeah, some good times in college. I don't know if you want to say a few words about yourself, Steve.
What's up, everyone? My name's Steven, also known as Caboose. Got to meet Tyler during college in our fraternity days. And then our boy Rizzy over there, I weirdly did known for my whole life, I guess. I don't know, something weird like that.
Yeah, and I grew up literally on the other side of the hill.
Yeah.
Literally like 2 blocks from each other.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool. So you just got back from Ireland yesterday?
Yes, got back from Ireland. We were there for a week with my fiance now. It was absolutely incredible.
What did you guys do?
We flew into Shannon, then drove down to like Cork County. We were in Kinsale, which is one of the southernmost points of Ireland. We stayed there for 5 days, kind of traveled around a couple different towns around the area, did a couple different museum tours, food, drinking, really just chilled out. But I mean, one heck of a country. It was unreal over there. Would love to go back. Can't wait to go back, hopefully.
Did you see any of those castles or whatever? I'm just looking at
Yeah,
pictures.
so Blarney Castle we went to, kissed the Blarney Stone, so got all that good luck and everything going for me right now.
So you bought Powerball tickets?
Oh yeah, big time. Come on now. Was it up to what, 1.8 billion? Yeah, I could take some of that.
Something like that. Did you do like the Jameson distillery and everything?
Yeah, we went to the Jameson distillery. That was cool. That was pretty unreal. I didn't have the slightest clue that Jameson's one of like 4 brands, all part of the same kind of parent company.
Who are the other ones? Really?
Yeah, it was all from called the Middleton Distillery. It was Jameson, Powers, which I've never heard of, Redbreast, which I've heard of, but not whatever. And then there was a 4th one. I can't remember what that 4th one was. But yeah, Jameson, Powers, Redbreast, and there was one other one I think in there.
What's the name of the holding company?
It was the Middleton Distillery.
Gotta be pretty big over there, I'd assume, right?
Yeah, oh my God. Those guys, the tour guys we were with, like absolutely loved it. Definitely took a huge sense of pride in it, told us all about it. Pretty incredible to see the way they did it. Not much different than it's been going for, I think, 300 plus years now.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really cool to see. And then like at the end of the tour, their showroom, like the bars are, their like gift closet, all that kind of stuff was literally like brand new. It was like the 3rd day it was opened, like renovated open. So we got to see it like in pristine shape. Pristine. I mean, the walls of their liquor bottles, like lights, just the whole thing was glowing up. I mean, it was unreal. Definitely a place to visit. Definitely like a big prideful thing over there. They were all loving it, those guys.
Where was that again?
So it was in Middleton. It was called the Middleton Distillery.
Middleton.
It's in the southern part of Ireland, kind of by Cork, Cobb.
Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing it. Okay. Interesting.
Writer's Tears?
Writers, that was the 4th one.
Also the Irishman, Green Spot, Yellow Spot.
I've had Green Spot.
Yeah. That was a big one. And then
I had that here in the States before.
There was one other one, like Man of Madness, something like that. What the heck was the name of it? But anyway, it's like their like distillery testing group, like not people who are just making up their own stuff. Like that was the cool thing they said. Like, they know how to do whiskey, but now it's like how do they evolve whiskey to like more and more people.
Mm-hmm.
And it said one thing they got to doing now was like now they're just experimenting with everything. Like they know what to do, they put it in the barrel and that's that. But now they're like experimenting with all different types of wood, like fruit tree wood, all sorts of different stuff to add different flavors and that to it.
Did you taste the differences, or is it just like fucking tastes like whiskey?
Yeah, it tasted, well, I didn't get any of the, I guess, the fruity kinds, but like we did a tasting and then we did a premiere tasting. Um,
I
I'll
wonder if we-
excuse Rich's typing there. For some reason, his mic picks that shit up.
nah, it was all good. It was all good. The premiere tasting was definitely up there. We also did it at like 10 in the morning, so it was just 7 whiskey shots for breakfast. It's literally what it was. We're going through and like, okay, yeah, so like, yeah, we just drove in here. Thanks for feeding us all this. We're gonna drive home now.
Were there any like typical Irish meals that you had while you were there or something? I guess I don't know what like
Yeah,
a good Irish meal
I
is.
guess what we didn't know and is what we found out was like where we were in Cork County, Kinsale, and Cork was like supposed to be the food capital of Ireland, which we didn't know going before we went. So your typical Irish meal, I would say, not really. Like we didn't have any like shepherd's pies. There was a lot of lamb on the menu, which so we had some of that. It was more of like a French Irish cuisine, I would say.
Hmm.
The one of the best things we had that was definitely like Irish pub and Irish pub only were toasties. Like the toasty special or toasty supremes. Oh my god, they were amazing.
I don't know what that is.
So it was hysterical. So like one of the first days we were there, we popped into a pub and we wanted lunch. We went for a long walk, wanted lunch, got lunch, or was aiming to get lunch, walked into the bar, and every bar there was like literally like 10 feet long by like 3 feet wide. They were all the tiniest little things ever. Jammed with people. So we walked in, like, oh, can we get food here? And then the bartender was like, sorry, we don't do food till 6 or 7. We just have toasties now if you want them. So we're like, okay, what's a toasty? It's literally a grilled cheese sandwich with
Oh fuck yeah.
ham, tomato, and onion on it.
Oh, that's
On
probably
like
really
a little
good. Yeah.
white bread sandwich, and it was the single best thing ever. I think we had at least one a day, if not more a day.
Shit, that
Yeah,
sounds
So we had
good.
to start opening doors, but you guys have toasties in here? I'm like, yeah, come on in. Um, yeah, the pub thing was pretty cool over there. Like, I mean, all the pubs were most of them were like just strictly pubs. Like they sold booze and that was it. No food
Damn.
or anything.
That's cool. That's cool.
Handful of them had your toasty special, but for the most part, it was just booze.
It's like bar peanuts over here.
Yeah,
They got
literally.
fucking toasties.
Toasties, and they had these little bags of chips called Scampi chips and bacon chips. Those are pretty good. We got a number of them.
Have you ever been to McSorley's in Manhattan?
No, I haven't.
Oh, dude, really?
That place is awesome.
McSorley's?
Yeah.
So it's like down on. It's like a
It's
little.
like
It's
fourth.
yeah, maybe it's like fourth because it's right past. Oh my god, because I haven't lived in New York in like 6 years. I'm blanking on all the names. St. Mark's Place. It's like the next street down or two down. I think it
12th
is Fourth
Street Avenue. Oh no, fuck, I fucked up there.
It's like right
Third
below
Ave
St. Mark's.
and 7th Street.
Okay. Yeah, because St. Mark's Place is like would be 8th Street. So anyway, you go in there, they only have two types of beer. It's either light or dark, and that's it.
Yeah.
It was like at the time it was like $2.50 a beer, right? And they now who knows what it is. And they serve you in these like glass, basically like a little like mug, right? But they're like little ones. They're not like the bigger ones. Like they're like
Yeah.
small. Light or dark, what do you want? And it's all Irish guys. The floor is like has all the sawdust on the floor.
Yeah.
They got
and
military patches and firefighters and,
Wi-Fi, yeah, it's awesome.
all
yeah.
on the walls. It's cool.
And it gets busy as shit. And I'm pretty sure it's all cash too. And one night we're like trying to get in there, it's packed. I got a Bruins hat on because I had just gone up to
He's a
I'm a
traitor.
Devils fan. No, I'm a Devils fan. But I had just gone up to Boston to see. It was like Boston versus the Montreal Canadiens, right? It was like a rivalry game. So I got like a Bruins hat. And I was wearing it back for whatever reason, and this guy, he was like, "Oh, come on, Boston, follow me," and he like sits me down, gets us a table. And yeah, that place is legit, and the Ear Inn is also another place that's like pretty legit.
Sweet.
Yeah, fuck. We gotta go to McSorley's if you've never
Yeah,
been.
I'll check
Check it
that
out.
out.
Yeah. It's an awesome place. It's an experience.
That's cool. One thing that was definitely cool with the pub wise too was like a similar deal was like Guinness, Murphy's, Smittix, and like one other beer. And it didn't matter what you got, like it had to come in that glass. Like Guinness came in a Guinness glass, Murphy's came in the Murphy's glass, everything came in their glass.
Yo,
There's a pint around, and then half pints. I thought was so cool too. Like you just order a half pint, and they had a half pint glasses.
Yeah.
I mean,
were they
I
just like cut off
Yeah.
glasses or something, or
It was literally just like a miniature glass. So like
That's probably what McChoy's is. It's probably a half pint.
yeah, probably whatever that like
Now I think about it.
is behind the Guinness glass, like the
That's your
full
lunch beer,
you got
breakfast
the
beer.
half pint.
Get a half pint. Go.
I love Guinness, man. I don't really
Yeah, I
ever have
know.
beer anymore, but when I do like Guinness for
It
sure.
was so good. It was going down bad over there.
Was it?
I mean, what do you think? I didn't order myself any damn half pints. They were all full. So.
Yeah, I gotta wonder what they think of Americans. Like if we're just coming over there, it's always like people come here, right? They go to like Times Square, they do like Broadway, like all that shit. Everyone goes over there and gets shit faced and kisses with Blarney Stone. You know what I mean?
Cool. Well, everyone was all about it too.
Yeah, that's legit. That is cool. I would love to go to Ireland, man, or just even Britain. Like I'd love to go to like a Man United game, go to the pub, be like, see the pub scene. Ireland, obviously, like you ever see The Quiet Man with John Wayne? It's like an old ass movie.
No.
He lives in, he's like a boxer that kills somebody by accident. He goes and like lives back in his dad's village or something like that. It's like a beautiful little Irish village where it's like the thatched roofs and there's like the priest that everyone knows and seems peaceful. I would love to just like disappear in one of those little towns for a little bit.
That'd be cool. That's essentially what we did. I mean, it was unreal. One thing I left out that was pretty damn cool was the last Saturday we were there, Saturday night was the World Cup of Rugby is going on right now.
Oh yeah.
Saturday night was the World Cup was Ireland versus Scotland. And so we just like hunkered down in a pub and it was electric.
It was like the Super Bowl.
Oh my God. It was freaking insane. Like we think we get rowdy over here for like, our sporting events. Oh my God. And every bar we passed was like absolutely stuffed. People wearing all green, screaming. And Ireland scored like in the first 2 or 3 minutes, and the place just erupted.
That's awesome.
Like the whole town you just heard erupt. So that was actually cool to see. Ireland ended up winning it. Wasn't that good of a game because they crushed them, but it was definitely a cool experience. That was sweet. I'm glad we got to see some of that.
Did you learn the rules?
Enough to follow along. I read enough like right before to like, all right, I can semi-pay attention and know what to do, know what to cheer and not cheer.
Yeah. It seems
it's
like
so hard
cool
to understand.
Sport, yeah, like I can't get like when do they do the scrum, when they like lift the guy up. I don't get any of that.
Oh, I played for like 5 practices for my cousin's men's league like a few years ago, and I couldn't tell you what the rules are anymore. I didn't even know the rules then. Just hand me the ball and someone tackles me at the
run with it. Yeah.
The more I tried to look them up, the more I realized like there were no rules. There's so few rules. It's so like simple of a game. I did the same thing. I remember going to practice like at Rutgers for like a week, and all we do is run. I was like, okay, I'm tired of running, so I'm not gonna do this anymore.
I'm done with that.
Yeah. No, it seems cool. Do you think you'll continue to watch it?
Yeah. So the plan is they're playing this Saturday again. I don't know who they're playing, but we're trying to find like some spot that's gonna have it on to hopefully watch it. There's an Irish pub in Morristown.
Well, the Frog or not the Frog. What is it?
Dublin pub.
Yeah, it's closer to you, right?
Yeah.
I know which one.
A little like hidden one, but yeah, I'm sure Grasshopper might have it.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, the Hopper, not the Frog.
Do you have any pizza when you're in Ireland?
Pizza?
Yeah.
No, zero pizza.
Yeah.
No pizza. Just about 5 billion pints of Guinness. That's it. 5 billion Guinnesses and 5 billion toasties.
Wait, what is it? It's bread ham.
Just made a freaking toasty for dinner. Actually, I swear to God.
Oh, that's amazing. That's right.
It's
bread, ham, and like caramelized onions and cheese.
Yeah, so it was bread, ham, onions, like a little cooked, tomatoes that were a little cooked, and cheese.
Oh, tomato. Oh, okay.
And sandwiched in, like toasted both sides.
Yeah, it's like a grilled cheese
slice of ham.
No, real thin, like real thin deli ham. At least that's what we have. I tried to look it up, and everyone had like a different thing. I was like, shit. So we tried the thin one, and it was good.
Yeah. So they probably serve to Americans. They probably are laughing behind our backs like these fucking idiots come over here and they think this is Irish food. It's a grilled cheese sandwich.
You put a little ham on it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So you said you've been big into making pizza recently?
Yes, I've definitely gotten big into that. Cooking in general, I feel like since the pandemic came and everything, I got way more into cooking. I would forget what it was. I don't know if I was listening to a podcast or watching something, but it was like one of those things like you pick up something random in the grocery store like a loaf of bread or something stupid, simple like that, for example, and you go and read the ingredients, and there's a billion ingredients for like a loaf of bread. And 99% of them you can't even read what the ingredient is. It's all sort of whatever chemical thing. So I was like, one of those like waves that hit you like, you know what, why am I not doing this at home? Simpler stuff, better eat and all that stuff. So I got way more into that. And then we always made pizza at home, like as a family, or for dinner, me and my girlfriend or fiance now. Then I was like, everyone's made it at home and it's good enough, but it's never as good as like you want it to be. It's whatever, it does the job. So I was like, why the hell can I not do this? Why can't it be as good as the store is? So I just started doing way more homework on it. I can't believe the amount of homework you actually have to do on it. All the stuff, the science behind the recipes, the dough recipes, sauce, all that stuff. But I started to get way, way into it. I've gotten like 2 or 3 different pizza books, like the whole things or whatever. One's called the Pizza Bible, to get a whole, better understanding and stuff like all of that. And I mean, I don't know. I feel like definitely cooking's like a stress reliever or like a chill out thing for me, just liking to do it.
Yeah.
Once I found something, I was like, wait, this is good. And things started getting better and better and better. I was like, this is really incredible. Kept going with it. And then there was one time, well, the first time we tried it, I got like finally ordered like the pizza stone to put in the oven. That was like the best way to get it to more like restaurant style. And then the very first time we went to do it, I made the whole pizza like ready to put in the oven, and then I'm staring at this pizza just on my countertop. I'm wondering how the hell I'm going to get it into the oven. The thing was made like flat on the counter. I was like, how the hell am I supposed to pick this thing up now and put it in there? So a lot of trial and error. The thing flopped all over the damn place, all over the oven, smoking everywhere, freaking fire alarms going on.
So do you want those paddles now?
So yep, no, 10 minutes after that happened, Amazon got the purchase button, and a good old peel came my way. So now I got that. Now it works. Second time I did it, I don't even think my fiance was here at the time. She went out for dinner, so I was like, all right, I got everything practiced up, prepped up. Let me give it a shot, see how it is. And it was one of those things between the dough, sauce, cheese, just a plain pizza. Put it in, popped it out, looked amazing. And I remember taking like the one like first bite, and like it was one of those like holy shit moments. It was like, oh wow, this is actually freaking incredible. This is better than anything I've ever tasted before in my life. Like it was actually one of those like enlightening moments.
So you're saying you're the best pizza maker that you know?
So from there, I was like, all right, now I need to like actually start perfecting some stuff now. Like actually get it down to a science, get my own
pizza shop.
On restaurant. Cabooses. Make it Caboosino.
That would be so fun.
That would be sick. That'd be a full-time role. I would go out of business though, because I'd just be giving everything away to you guys.
Just cooking pizza and sushi.
Winging them out the front door.
My cousin had a pizzeria in, was it Manhattan or Brooklyn? I think it might have been in Manhattan. But dude, like you got to be literally up at all hours because people are calling it like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. for a pizza.
Oh my God. You need everything prepared for like 3 days in advance. Like the more I'm reading into like just doughs, how long you're letting the dough sit, crap like that.
Yeah.
Like if it's sitting for a day, 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours, like you need to prepare for that for whatever. Like Friday night's going to be a busy night. So Tuesday night, you're making everything for Friday night. I mean, even me, I'm doing that now. Like, oh, we want to have pizza night Friday night. All right, that means Tuesday night I gotta do this. Wednesday night I gotta do this. Thursday night I gotta do this.
Yeah.
So, like, it's one of those things where it's like becoming more of a planned out event. Though I can't just wake up and say, "Hey, let's make pizza tonight."
Yeah, or just get like Ronelli's or something.
Yeah, yeah. Gotta prepare.
What's the best place in town? You think?
Ooh, I was always an Italian Village.
Yes, yeah, hell yeah, man. Yeah,
that was my all-time move, Italian Village. There's this newer place in Morristown that opened up called Enzo's. That's actually pretty fire.
Better than Millie's?
Is that?
A definitely different kind of style of pizza, but it's like Millie's. I don't know what to call it. Millie's like its own thing, its own little world over there. Enzo's is definitely pretty damn good. We like that a lot. And I mean, just for convenience, it's literally around the block for me.
Like, is it by it's by the train tracks?
It's on Elm Street. I think what else is on there? Kind of like the bottom of Elm Street is the train tracks. Yeah, so
yeah, okay,
it's pretty close to it.
I think I've had that when I was back home visiting my cousin.
It's pretty damn good. But
I,
so like literally we walk our little dog around the block and like we walk past the storefront every time we walk him around. And we kind of just stop and look in like, do we grab a slice?
Yeah, dude, I eat like a pig when I get home. Like I'll have like almost a whole pie to myself, like a large, because it's just here where I'm at now, garbage. Although we did find a place that is, I'm not gonna say it's like home, but it's the closest thing to home.
Good enough.
That even when you like fold it, it kind of cracks a little bit. You know what I mean? Like it's got like
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
So that's good. But I think when I go home, I eat like a pig.
Oh, so bad.
I had the pizza argument with somebody the other day. Oh, it was Tim and Jess, and they were saying that Jersey pizza is better than everywhere else in the world. And I think my argument was that pizza in general is like has a pretty good baseline. Like pizza almost everywhere is good. Like if you
Yeah.
order a Domino's pizza, it's gonna be okay. And so
From
so
the
you could get
chains,
that
or
you
yeah.
could yeah, but you could get that anywhere. So that there's like a good baseline, and Jersey's better than that. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
like
agree.
pizza.
I kind of agree with that. That whole deep dish junk they got going on in where Chicago. I don't know about
Mhm.
that,
It's like a
Yeah,
pie.
that's where I'm at,
but
dude. Yeah, Chicago. I'll say this: pizza in Chicago, garbage. Deep dish pizza. Deep dish pizza though, good, because
Garbage.
it's a different experience. So it's like, to me, it's not pizza though. Like to you, I think you just said it's like a pie, but it like tastes
yeah,
similar enough. I like it. I enjoy it. Like Gino's East or whatever is really good.
In Chicago.
But yeah, but like and there's one other place that we went one time that actually did have pretty good pizza. Um, but for the most part, like I feel like I'm getting like fucking heartburn. I gotta pop like two tums before bed. It's like
literally, it
they
looks
cut.
like a bread bowl of tomato
Well,
sauce.
dude,
A
they cut it.
bread.
Yeah, they cut it in squares too.
I mean,
Which
I've
is
only
sacrilegious.
one and only time I've ever truly had it out there was I had it like 2 hours late, so it was like sitting for a bit or whatever. So
Mhm.
definitely say I didn't give it a fair shot. I would like to sit down, like fresh out of the oven. I'll absolutely give one a try.
Mm.
I mean, it can't be bad. It looks good, but I'm not gonna consider that like, oh, I'm going out for a slice. Like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna go grab a 10-ton brick and eat it.
Yeah, I hear you.
What was the I think we lost Rich there. He's muted. What was the pizza stone thing that you got that you were mentioning? What's that?
Pizza Stone, dude. If you're making pizza at home, I'm telling you, check it out. I got the one I have is like it was $30 or $40 off Amazon. It's just the one I got's a cast iron like plate. Essentially you leave it and you heat the oven up like as hot as it can go. You put it in the oven for like an hour, so the whole thing like is as hot as it's supposed to be, and then it just retains the heat. So like when you throw the pizza on it, it that whole thing keeps that temperature, like it doesn't drop or whatever. It like
Okay.
definitely chars up the bottom and works way through the dough into the sauce and cheese. Like when you take the pizza out of there at home, like it looks like this shit just came out of like a pizzeria oven.
Gotcha.
It's
You
got
talking
that
about Pizza
look.
Stone?
Yeah, I didn't know what it was.
Oh, dude, go to like Home Goods will have them on sale for like
Yeah, definitely.
a good
Amazon are
price.
cheap. Amazon was cheap. So I've been doing it on this cast iron one, and I just actually got a steel the other day. So it's like I literally have like an armor plate sitting next to my fridge. The freaking 16 by 16.
So if society melts down, you'll just like tie it around your
Yeah,
neck for a
it's
armor.
freaking
Like breastplate.
Yeah.
half-inch piece of steel, like a foot and a half by foot and a half. Like I
Holy
remember
shit.
when I picked it up from downstairs, like in the lobby. Like I was like threw out my back. I was like, Jesus Christ. Not
You got your own
expecting.
house, or are you running?
Yeah, I'm in an apartment over in
Oh, okay.
Wisconsin.
This kid, he was like a year ahead of me, so you probably didn't know him either. But he built a brick oven in his backyard.
Oh no shit. Yeah, that's definitely some goals right there. Like
Yeah.
what do you call it? Those like the uni ovens and stuff like that. Like
Mm.
those look cool, but like even now I'm like, I want to jump right to like the dome or like one of those big hoods right in the backyard.
Yeah, man. Christmas is coming, brother. Gotta stock up on
Oh,
some good
now we're
shit.
talking. I'm in.
Wedding present.
Yeah, wedding present. There you go. That's cool. No, cooking's the shit, dude. I feel like when I was like started my life over, when I moved out west, I spent most of my money on the kitchen. Because I don't cook as much as I used to. Because work's just been really busy, but I do feel like I love cooking. I actually cooked twice today though. It's always like Italian though. Whenever I like this, I feel like it's the only thing I know how to cook.
It is. You just put it together, you sauce it up. Oh, I go right to town on it so bad. And then I always cook like an asshole too. Like there's only two of us eating, and I make enough to feed like freaking 50 people or 100 people. Like just come on the door. It's an endless buffet kind of deal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love the whole cooking deal. It's just always it's so much time. Like I wish that could be my job. Like oh, if I had to make a cool dinner every night, which I like doing anyway. It's like yeah, if I had all day to go shopping, get what I needed, come home and do it, like that sounds awesome. And then now
I'll be a house husband.
Yeah, there you
I'll
go.
do that. Yeah, I wouldn't have no problem doing that. I'll cook. I'll do whatever you want me to do.
Hell yeah. So what else do you make besides pizza? No, just pizza or?
Pizza is the big one. I'm pizza in the bread game. I'm trying to get into way more.
Bread, interesting.
Yeah, don't ask me why, but it's once you make it once, dude. I'm telling you, you're like, holy shit, this is good.
Dude, bread in the
Like-
store though is like nasty.
What kind of bread?
Like rubber.
The one bread I've done is literally just called crusty bread. It comes out like a freaking, it's literally a big circle loaf. I'll give you this one, Rich. It's literally the loaves that poor Herbies used to
Oh,
set
shit.
up. It's literally those.
It's awesome.
So I mean, like, imagine coming out of the oven. It's steaming. You slap a stick of butter on it, dunk it
Yeah.
in whatever you got going on or whatever. It's awesome, so good.
Crusty
Have you-
bread is its name.
Literally, it's literally called like if you Google like 4 ingredient crusty bread.
Have you been to Rose City Tavern?
Rose City Tab. Where's that?
That's oh wait, no wait.
Bottle
Rose
Hill.
City- Bottle Hill Tavern. Yeah,
Yeah,
Rose City
yeah.
Tavern was CJ's. I think was Rose City Tavern like back in the day.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
a long
right.
time ago before I was even born.
Oh, you're bringing back the oldie stories now.
Well, my dad also grew up in.
No, I know. I hear him too. But them, those are the old ones, like PS Pub and whatever the hell else they got going on. All that.
Yeah, dude. When I was younger, I used to always go to what's the name? Prospect Tavern.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like the coming of age. That and like 42 Main.
Bottle Hill's pretty good. We like Bottle Hill a lot. We go there all the time. It's always packed out the ass now. It's so hard to get in. Like on a normal, like say dinner hour, it's like actually hard to get in. But
I never
actually,
been.
They got solid food over there. It's definitely like a little bit of a mix of food. They got like some sandwich stuff. Kind of a real mix of all sorts of stuff. But their wings are good. Their wing sauce. There's like a honey buffalo one. Oh my god, it's so good.
I love wings, dude. So like, do you do any Sunday comes around? Right, obviously it's football season, or Saturday if you watch college football. Do you have any like ritual or something you do for that for cooking? Like, do you bust out a bunch of shit?
Not really. I'm bad at cooking like just to wing it. Like it's like to pull it together last minute. It's like all right, we gotta plan it out for like a week. Like oh, what should I do on Sunday? So I'll do that. Like oh, big game Sunday night. I'm like all right, all week I'm thinking like what the hell am I gonna make for this? What am I gonna make for this? Nothing like stands out though. Like, definitely more in the winter. I like doing the whole pasta deal or pizza deal. Like more hearty. Like
Yeah.
sit down and chill.
We grab those sloppy joes every time we get like a tailgate or
Oh,
something.
dude,
Those
I
are
love
so
those sloppy
good.
joes, CJ sloppy joes.
Those
Shout
are
out
so good.
CJ's.
Yeah. Main Street subs still. Dude, every time I go home, I go to CJ's and I see Johnny get a Taylor ham, egg, and cheese. But sloppy joes though outside of New Jersey are like a manwich.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
put like ground beef or some shit with
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
flavoring.
But like, yeah, the ones back home are fucking awesome.
Oh my god, they are so freaking good. I don't know who thought or came up with that combination, but
What is it exactly again?
It's like coleslaw. It's like a
Yeah.
triple decker sandwich, right? It's like
It's always thick as fuck. I know that.
yeah. So it's like
rye
either
bread,
turkey or ham,
coleslaw, Russian,
rye bread.
turkey, ham, roast beef, all
Mm.
Swiss cheese.
Swiss,
Man, I'm getting hungry and I already ate dinner.
middle layer
They're
of bread
so-
in there.
They're so good, man.
So you
They're
can
probably not hard to
definitely-
make.
They're so good. I make them quite a bit.
I feel like every
Make a-
time.
make a regular size sandwich, they're like huge, but I just know CJ's because we get them from there all the time. They make like a tray of them and then they come like bite size, like
Yeah.
You just pick it up, toothpick out, and just one bite.
I was gonna say, I feel like every time either somebody dies or there's like some sort of family
That's
event,
what you-
there's always like the bite size ones.
It's
Oh, they died? Oh, it's a shame, but I know I'm gonna get a little
another
sloppy Joe later.
Then the rite of passage, like, oh, someone died. All right, we'll send
Yeah, throw him in. Just throw him in quick.
another Joe Platter. Go out.
Gotta get to the post ceremony meal.
Those things are so damn
Anytime
good.
something happens, like, oh, you're in you're in a family situation. All right, send him a Joe Platter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's like an edible arrangement anywhere else.
Oh,
They had it
people
on
love
the Guy Fieri has a show. I don't even know if it might be diners, drive-throughs, and dives, or it might have been like where it was. Was it even Guy Fieri? I don't know. I was watching something where it was like some of the most popular meals in each state, and Jersey, or like what's unique to them. And Jersey had the sloppy Joe.
Oh, they did it. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, how could you? I mean that, and I guess do you say Taylor ham or do you say pork roll?
I'm a Taylor Ham guy. Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah. Me too.
You guys are from the same town.
Yeah,
Of
I
course
was
you
like,
say the same shit.
I don't know. I mean, I would hope that. Who knows? Who knows?
Nah, not one of those guys. Get out of here.
Are you a Devils fan or a Rangers fan?
Devils.
Yeah, me too. Okay. Giants or Jets?
Miami Dolphins, baby.
Miami Dolphins. How'd that happen?
29 years of Miami Dolphins. You know what? It's finally my freaking year. So I'm going with it.
Bro, the 70 spot they put up the other day.
2023 is finally my goddamn Dolphins year.
Oh,
Yeah, they're solid.
I hope
had a
they
double
stay
take.
healthy. Yeah,
I had a
they stay
double take when I
healthy.
saw that score. On like I was flipping the channels and I was like 70. Nah, is that a type? What the fuck? They
Literally,
scored
and then
70
the more I
points.
watched, it's like almost like they could have easily scored a few more, like had they tried to.
It was 10 touchdowns too, right?
Yeah, and the last 5 were all like second string, second tier, whatever.
So they're 4-1, right?
Yeah, they tanked against the Bills, of course.
Well, I'll tell you what's gonna happen, bro. They're gonna
What's gonna
go.
happen?
They're gonna have a great season. They're gonna win the AFC. Giants are gonna make the wild card. The Giants are gonna fucking win it.
No way.
Giants, yeah. You kidding me? This year with the Giants, they are not getting no damn wild card.
It's so embarrassing. What did he score? Like 20 points all season?
Bro, they're like the Patriots.
They're absolutely that's crazy, dude. How do you? So wait, not to get us off track since I know we have you as the guest, Caboose, but like Tom Brady, I guess you might have an opinion too, though, because it's AFC East. Like Tom Brady was called assistant quarterback for so long. Then he leaves, wins the Super Bowl. Look where Bill's at right now. Do you think Bill is like? Is there a term for like what would be the equivalent of assistant quarterback for a coach? And do you think Bill is that?
Ooh, I don't know. I think it wasn't one or the other. It was that combination was just unreal. Whatever one lacked, like the other one was a strength in. I mean, I don't know. Like there was the year Brady left. 2 years in a row? They were still decent. The Patriots, like they still were strong. They were played. I don't know what the hell
That's,
was
that's true. Yeah, they're all right. Yeah,
I don't know
pretty
what
solid.
the hell is going on with them right now.
Yeah.
It's
I really stopped watching after Brady left. I was like pissed off for a season and I would like curse Brady's name on Sundays and I'd call him a traitor. And then I don't know, I really haven't watched football since, but I saw that they lost 34-0 this last weekend.
Yeah, my God. I mean, I don't know what the deal is. Belichick, he's a Hall of Fame coach. I don't know what
Yeah, he is.
consider. I don't know what to even call it. I mean, he has an off year now.
You can't be
last year
good
wasn't that
forever.
Yeah, go through your terms.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
could be the best coach in the world. I don't know if you don't have the players, but at the same statement, you're in the NFL. You do have the players. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
What about college? You follow that a lot?
Yeah, I'm definitely a bigger college football fan than NFL fan. I still believe in that statement. I still am that person. I was a much stronger college fan before this whole the NIL or what's that payment thing they all get
NIL.
that they can do. I mean, I don't know what to say about it. I'm not for it. I'm not against it. I think the players do deserve something for what some of the schools get off of them and what they promote. But
You think it's changed the
changing
game?
the game of like how you. I mean, you can recruit kids by paying them, by giving them stuff. I mean, it's weird. I don't know.
Can you do that?
What's that?
You can do that too. I thought they could just get like. I actually don't know the rule. I thought they were just getting like.
I know I'm half saying because I'm definitely not saying 100% correct, but like maybe the school itself can't offer them money, but a sponsor can offer them money, or they can get deals through sponsors. I don't know the whole deal, I guess, but I thought at some point it was connected to the college as well, where the college could possibly or partly do that. Maybe I'm wrong, but
Yeah, I
I
don't know
think
either.
now this whole thing takes a weird stance, in my opinion, of like if you're paying kids now, how who's going to wear just because of what they're getting versus that. But take all that out of it. I think the college football game is just a much better game to watch. It's a game that everyone's involved. Like, Tom Brady could walk out in the field. He could call every play he wanted to play. I'm sure Tom Brady can call every defensive play he wanted to play. And that was it. He could run the game. College, it's like, hey, you're still like a kid, could be an 18-year-old kid, could be 20, 18, 19, 20, 21. I don't know. There's someone out there now, like 25 or even older now, that was found a random extension year or something like that. But like it was the whole kind of program effort, like there was coaches putting in their effort, the kids putting in their effort. Like you needed that collaboration. I don't think there's one single college player that can go out there and be like, yeah, I can run this offense, I can call every play. Like you missed that.
Yeah.
It just seemed like it was a level of still being a game, still having strategy, still having that versus the NFL. As soon as the money's involved, and there's been plenty of NFL players that will say it right away. As soon as you sign that contract, it's about the money. It's not about the game anymore.
Yeah.
Which is
I never
why
thought
I
about
decided
it.
with college.
Who's your
Never
favorite
thought
college
about
team?
I'll say Rutgers because I went
Yeah.
there. Yeah. I mean, that was like might be my first football game, college level and up, was the Rutgers Louisville game in 2006 or 3 or 6, whatever it was, when
Ray
they
Rice.
upset Louisville with Ray Rice, with Shiano back there. And Teal hit that, not Teal, Jeremy Ito hit that game winning field goal. Stormed the field. I remember being that as a kid. I'm like, holy shit, this is unreal. That definitely hung back in my head. Going to Rutgers, I was like, all right, I gotta go there now. That was freaking one hell of an experience.
Yeah,
So
it
I
was.
follow them. I always root for them, cheer for them, want them to win. But overall, college wise, I'm the biggest fan of just a good game, rivalry week, or when it gets down to some of the bowl games. Just seeing an electric game. Like there's nothing like a college atmosphere. That's part of the college stuff I like too, the atmosphere. The band's going. I think there is a legit home field advantage.
Yeah.
Um, that's cool to see. Seeing that like environment where the fans are going nuts. That's cool. All the pre-work to that, the weeks leading up to the game. That's part of the definite reason why I'm college sided too.
You've been to a Penn State game, right?
Yes.
In Penn State.
Yeah.
That's got to be insane. Isn't
Dude,
like it's like 100,000 people or something? The
oh my
stadium.
God. I think it's 108 or something like that,
Holy
109.
fuck.
And I've been into one of the games I was at there was probably one of probably the top 10 games they might consider it in there. It was 2 or 3 years ago. It was Penn State versus Michigan. I think Michigan was ranked probably top 4, Penn State top 10. And it was a whiteout game, like 8 o'clock start at night. It was freaking -0, -30 something degrees out.
-0.
Yeah, -30 something degrees out. And we were way up top. And I mean, we were moving up and down probably 10, 20 feet. Like the stadium was shaking.
Oh my god.
Like you literally felt like that, like free fall pit in your stomach. Like that's how much the upper tiers were shaking. And like I've never been into an atmosphere like that. That was something.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
And I mean, they have it going on over there. Like everyone who goes to the game knows all the chants, all the timing of everything. Like there's certain times like while they're waiting for the team to come out or certain stuff where you could hear a pin drop between 110,000 people like in the middle of the field. And then like the snap of fingers, you can't hear a single word. You're flying off the bleachers, your eardrums are popping. They got something cool going on over there. It's definitely one hell of an atmosphere.
Gotta be experience. I've wanted to go there for so long, just never had.
That was incredible. So that game I saw there was probably the most intense atmosphere I've ever been in. My brother, who did go to college there, saw when they upset Ohio State big time. It was the same kind of atmosphere, like a Saturday night whiteout game. And he said it was just off the charts, unreal, experience wise, atmosphere wise. Like I couldn't even imagine. So
You gotta take a trip out there.
hopefully Rutgers gets to that point back again. We're starting on a little bit of a track there. Because
Yeah.
when Rutgers can sell out the stadium, I mean, we've all been there. That stadium's rocking when they sell it out.
Have they been selling out this year?
I don't know if it's sold out, but they've definitely gotten a lot more a lot more of a fan base. I know since Shannon's been back, that's been one of his major efforts, getting the fan kingdom, the students and the fan involved. Like, hey, if you guys come make this a Big Ten atmosphere, and we'll try to provide you a Big Ten team.
Don't lose by 70-0 every time we play a ranked team.
Bingo, that's exactly right. So like they're starting to cut down on some of that shit, which is good. I mean, that's what I keep saying. I know I've said, and I'll keep saying it for them. It's like you win the games you need to win. Like you look at your schedule, you know what games that you should win. So start doing that. This year and last year, they seem to be doing that so far. The teams that are 50-50, go out and play them. You need to win some of those 50-50 games. You're going to lose some of those 50-50 games whenever it's the season. Okay, and then Penn State comes along, the Ohio State comes along, Michigan, the top 10 of the nation teams come into play. You're not expecting to win, but you can't go out there and lose 70-0. You need to go show that you're some sort of competitive team. I mean, at the same level, like, hey, they're all playing with the same 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old kids as you are. I know you get recruited, there's that involved, but hey, come on now. You're the same kids out there. If you could see teams like Purdue, was it Purdue who upset Ohio State? Oh, you see these big teams get upset all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Become one of those teams. You need to do that once, get some stuff going there. Iowa seems to be like a through and through tough team year after year the past 10 years. They lose some random shit games that they should have no business losing. But then they win games that they should have absolutely no business being in the ball game from.
Right.
You start becoming that level of a team. Get your recruitment going on, which he seems to be doing, but
yeah, then get your recruits to stop leaving Jersey and go into Ohio State and Penn State.
Man, the level of talent that comes out of here. I don't know how many 4- or 5-star recruits come out of Jersey and go.
Yeah, Jersey's actually one of the top states for it's like California, Texas, but like Jersey I think is like a top 5 or something like that when it comes to talent. California's another one.
And then, I mean, of course, they need to do it with football, but the rest of the sports as well. The more the rest of the sports they build up, the more everything else will too. For a good while there, even still, lacrosse is pretty good. I think they're always ranked. Men's and women's, soccer, men's and women's, I think did phenomenal last year. Basketball has been a huge one recently. I know women's has always been pretty damn good. The men's the past few years has gotten much better. Wrestling has been a much more of a solid staple where it's like, hey, they're getting some big time people coming through there.
Yeah, Jersey's also like really good with it's another state. We're like one of the top states.
Yeah, so
wrestling,
more stuff like that together. Yeah. I think it was 2 or 3 years ago they had 2 first time for Rutgers national champs. They had Anthony Ashnaw, and I can't think of his name.
This is like a few years ago, right?
Yeah, stuff like that though. You start putting the name on the map a bit more than what it is. You get kids that want to come. You bring a football recruit to a Big Ten wrestling match. Like, all right, this is an exciting environment. Let me, I want to come here. Same for any sport. You bring a baseball kid to a Big Ten football game, like, Friday night lights, Saturday night light game. It gets exciting. They want to come here. So every sport helps each other out, but you need to all start getting a bit more solid, keep it going up. Seems like they've been starting on that trend, but
are you going to homecoming?
Yeah, we are. Not to the game itself. I think we're gonna do something around town here.
In Morristown?
Yeah. So if you're home, give it a shot.
We're not gonna be around, I don't think.
I know you're away, right? Yeah, not many people around. I know we're trying to get a group of guys to go down tailgate to the game. I think it's me, EJ, and Dan. We're gonna be chilling up here.
Yep.
The weather's supposed to be pretty shitty anyway, so.
Yeah. What is it? This weekend?
Yeah.
This Saturday.
New Jersey's supposed to be pretty terrible.
We usually go every year, at least try to get a bunch of us together and get the homecoming tailgate. I feel like we've slowly been dwindling over the years, but.
I know. Last year was a good one. We had a pretty good crew last year, I would say. And then this year, I think it was just a lot of people were away or stuff planned.
Yeah.
Also looking forward to it now. Like it is supposed to be miserable. It's not like it's a chance of rain. It's like some big systems coming through. It's gonna be
A
love that.
monsoon.
yeah, it's gonna be a shit show anyway.
Just
So
bar hop.
if I get to post up at a bar here, yeah, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the Frog was always good for watching football because you just have so many. I mean, Grasshopper too is good, but the Frog I felt like was always good for football.
Ooh, there's this new place I bet you haven't been to called Homestead. You heard of that?
No, I've not been. No,
Caboose
Oh,
loves this
I haven't
place.
lived in Jersey in like 6 years.
That's what, dude. Next time you come home, you gotta check this place out. I don't even know what to compare it to. It's literally like a enormous pole barn someone put up, but it's like a perfect
Where?
bar.
It's got live music.
D Hard Street.
Wait, in Morristown, someone put up a pole barn.
Yeah, well, essentially. You know where Taj Moo is and the laundromat is?
Yeah.
It's on that same street now. Like I think it was a parking lot. Now it's literally a huge pole barn. I mean, it's a finished place. It's not just a barn, but
Oh,
I mean, it has the front door is like a freaking probably a 20-foot garage door open. It's got like second level, garage doors open as windows. It's just enormous on the inside. Huge area. They got bands in there, good drinks, just enormous area, massive. Nice little outdoor spot as well that they
oh
cover.
yeah, this place looks cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good, damn good for sports. They got like 3 or 4 big of the projector screens, let alone numerous TVs around.
Bro, look at the October music. Corey Feldman, Ryan Cabrera. Remember that
Wait,
guy?
What did he sing?
On the way down, I saw you and you saved me from myself.
Like 10 or 15 years ago, right?
Yeah, dude, it was at least way more than 10. Way more than 10.
Friday night, Caboose trying to go see Ryan Cabrera.
Oh, big time Friday night.
He had like the big hair. He dated Jessica Ashley Simpson
I can't even picture it.
back in
Yeah.
the day.
Yeah.
Dude, we're like literally going back to like 2006.
Oh my
Wait,
God, this dude looks like a nut. That hair.
Ryan Cabrera.
All right, what else we got? Most important question of the evening. Big switching topics.
Yeah, what we got?
Do you believe in aliens, Caboose?
Oh, 100%.
you
What do you
do?
think they look like?
I don't know what the look like thing. Who the hell knows?
Dude, it's like everyone's answer on this thing so far.
Yeah.
I mean, the stereotypical like green blobby, like the big head Squidward looking things.
Do you think they look humanoid?
Like, or the ones they found in Mexico that look like little paper mache dolls. Did you see those?
That was a bunch of bullshit.
I don't know where it was. There was an article after that stuff came out or whatever, and like it ended like a bakery did it, and they made them all into cakes. Did you see that?
No.
They were like formally presenting them to someone or whatever, and then like someone ran up like a fork or started like eating. People were losing their minds.
It's hilarious. Do you think a lot of, so first off, you see a lot of them by military bases, right? And there was that one video that I think I shared with you recently, Tyler, where it was like this little like 1 foot long thing that could move all directions really quickly, and it was from like 1989, designed to take down like nuclear bombs. So like, it could be military technology. But do you think a lot of the stuff that they're saying now is just a distraction? Because like the economy's, we've been in a recession for like a while. They're just finally like, they can't deny it anymore. People can't everything's unaffordable. It's just kind of like, let's just throw some shit out there and hope they get distracted. Do you think it's a lot of that kind of shit too? Or do you think we're really starting to come in contact?
I think there's definitely stuff out there. Had it been the U.S. with that, sure. I think Mexico coming out with it's kind of like, what are you guys doing? What do you guys have? Like, where'd you get the aliens from? At the same time, who was down there? The Inca, the Aztecs, the other guy.
Yeah.
Aztecs in Mexico.
How many thousands of years ago their astronomy is still matches what is going on today or whatever. Like, how the hell did they come up with that crap? Who knows? Maybe they were contacting them, and that's why they're in Mexico. Like, yo, we got this symbol from these dudes.
Well, the aliens told them the wrong end of the world date, that's for sure. It's supposed to be
Yeah,
2012. Fucking lied to them.
Or they're just looking up there going, being like, watch these guys have a fit this day. Like, just kidding.
Got him.
Yeah.
Look at them all freaking out down there.
I feel a lot better though if it was that little thing, because like you could boot that fucking thing.
Yeah, I'm like, why the med pick it comes at me and just like punt it.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Exactly.
one of Rogan's episodes this week, he was talking about another theory where that it's actually us. Like all the things that we've seen are like either 95% bullshit or it's us, like with our new technology. And that's why it's always around military bases because, where are we going to launch it where we know we can control the people from it, stopping it, or not stopping it? Launch it by a
That's
military base and be like, hey,
crazy.
if you see anything, don't engage. Don't engage.
It is
So
weird. Like Area 51 or whatever. Why the hell was there an air? Was it whatever form of Army, Air Force? I don't know what base is over there, but yeah, why is all the weirdest shit going on right next to this freaking thing? Like, don't tell me something's not up.
right.
um, yeah, I have no idea. I think in the big picture of the world, yeah, there's got to be some other crap out there alive. Um, why
Do you
are we
think
the only ones? Why are we the only people on here that are alive? Who knows? Whatever it is. I know what we got rovers and everything on Mars checking that out, and they pretty much determined that's suitable for life. So I mean, why is anywhere else not? We've adapted to Earth, so that's what the biggest comparison. Oh, humans can live on Mars, or humans can live here, or humans can live there. Like, who gives a shit about humans? Like, something can live there. Something is living, or something has lived. Doesn't have not going to be a human. It could be whatever. But I
What
think
do
yeah,
you
there's definitely something out there.
what do
you
you
look
think
at
happens to society if it? Oh, go ahead, Tyler.
no, you're already halfway done. Go ahead.
So what do you think happens to society if we were to confirm it?
Um, Yeah, I don't know. Shit hits the fan. That's the next thing everybody's worried about now.
Well, confirm it was
Um,
just like a one or two of them, or confirm like
Just like we know they exist now. Like, do you think people are like, well, I don't like. What do you think? What do you think people's reaction would be besides like, holy shit? Like after that, do you think the fabric of society would like melt down? Do you think it'd be a good thing, bad thing?
I don't know. I don't see it being bad, except for the people are going to be like, okay, now we need to dump every single dollar we have into this. Like, let's go find them. Let's go find them.
print more
Like,
money.
yeah, I don't think that's gonna fly. I think most people wouldn't. I don't know what to say. Like, if someone were to tell, like tomorrow, I see on the news, like, hey, yeah, they're real. Like, I'm like, all right, that's pretty cool. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
I'd
know.
say I'd say it's
Want
probably
to come
different
over and have a beer with us or what?
if like one crash lands and they get out and they're not like going crazy fucking people up. It's different than they park, a big ass ship over top of New York City, and then it's like,
Oh, I start sucking them up the thing there.
yeah,
Yeah, that would freak me the fuck out.
those are two different encounters, right? One, you're
Yeah,
like,
that's
they're
true.
just checking us out. The other one, like, I think they're here to fuck us up.
His little
Yeah.
green blob just comes down, chilling, saying hello. Versus, yeah, like, yeah, you're coming with us.
It's,
You want to hear a weird alien theory I got, or a universe theory, I guess?
yo,
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, it's like we don't know what's out there. We haven't hit the end of however far we can see. We're just seeing as far as we can see, or as far as because it keeps on going. Like, when is that going to end, or like what is that, or is there an end, or whatever it is? Like, I'm trying to how to describe it. It's just a strange phenomenon or strange whatever. Like, you think the smallest particles that we have or that man knows are like quarks and leptons that make up, neutrons and protons and electrons. Like, who's to say that as far as we could see, our universe isn't just the electron to a bigger object?
Like you mean like a Men in Black where we're like in the marble?
yeah,
Yeah, like almost. Like,
Dude,
wow, who knows that we're just not like literally like that? Who knows we're not just like a snowflake and someone's snow globe is sitting on their desk,
yeah,
and
dude. I
then
think about that all the time.
it's just waiting for someone to pick it up and then like
Yeah,
shake it up.
we're somebody's terrarium. Or somebody's terrarium. I think like so. I guess what I was going to ask was like, what would be a reason why we haven't made contact though? Like, do you think there's a possibility that we really are the only form of intelligent life, and like that almost makes us like so incredibly special. That makes like your contact with other people so incredibly special too.
That's pretty amazing. Um, I don't know. Definitely a good topic. I don't know what it would be. At the same time, like, we think that whatever we think almost doesn't matter to any possible extraterrestrial life there is. Whatever language, numbers, and crap that we made up, we made up.
Yeah.
Like that means nothing to an extraterrestrial source. Like they have their makeup. Maybe that's why we haven't crossed paths, because we're just seeing whatever the hell we're seeing, and they're seeing what they're seeing, and no one knows what the hell to do about it. No one knows what it is. It's just whatever, or how many parallel universes,
Yeah,
multiverse.
dimensions, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
like planes, like X, Y, and Z, like different.
Yeah, then like the fourth dimensional plane or whatever it is. Oh, what's that movie? There's one movie that's a freaking trip that gets me, with Matthew McConaughey and
Interstellar.
Yeah, Interstellar.
Yeah.
I never watched that.
Oh, bro, you gotta.
You haven't seen that?
Never. No.
Oh, go watch it after this. This is like right up your realm of what's going on right now. Things turning, time traveling.
Yeah, it's a trip.
You have to say
I've probably seen this movie 10 times, start to finish, and I still don't know what's going on. Like,
They just lose you at one point.
It's some weird shit about, I don't even know what, using gravity as a form
The time
of
travel.
Because that's what it is. Like when, like a black hole, whatever, like a black hole shifting gravity, and that dimension becomes a new regulation of time. The thing takes you for a loop.
And you're a physics major, Caboose.
Yeah, I know. How about that one? I gotta say, listen, I don't know why all my social media has been on that dude like Neil deGrasse Tyson or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, he's cool to listen to. The fact that I understand a lot more what he actually says now, like it's cool to think about. And I'm like, wait, I actually do kind of remember this. And then put it together and hear his thoughts on it, hear how it works or whatever. Then I'm like, why the hell weren't you teaching these goddamn classes I was in? Because I probably would have passed them then. I mean, I've listened to a lot of him, and some of the shit he puts together. Him and there's another guy he's always with, asking the questions or whatever. He's been real cool. Listen to a lot of him lately.
Well, I think it's time for the lightning round.
The lightning round. All right. Well, since Seth is not here today, we're each gonna do 3 questions. I'll go first. We'll try to do the questions quick, and then if we want to bullshit about any of them after, we'll do that.
Wait, let me pull up a stopwatch.
Stopwatch.
We're always so bad. We always take like 10 minutes for each thing.
One question each.
You got 60 seconds, and at 45 seconds, I'll give a warning. This is the new format of the lightning round.
Lightning round.
Round. All right, ready? Go.
3 things on your bucket list.
Ooh, skydiving. Traveling. Starting with traveling the coast by boat, like being able to stop at places, go on,
the East Coast.
Yeah, start with the
East
Coast, like Maine down in Florida, Bahamas, Mexico. That'd be unreal. That'd be so
like a sailboat.
No, hell no.
Okay.
I'm not into the sailing deal. I'd love to try it, but I don't think so.
Like motors.
Yeah, stick a motor on that thing. Stick a motor on that, put some gas in, and then we're off on the way. I'm in for that. That would definitely be it. And then really, I think just more exotic fishing. Like I love to fish, but like being able to do it in different places, like some real exotic places. Like Great Barrier Reef's one, the Azores Islands, the Galapagos Islands.
Ooh, let's talk about your Mexico trip after the lightning round.
Yeah, that was pretty unreal.
All right, that was a minute, not bad.
Bam.
All right, would you go to space?
If it became more of a stable, regulated thing and affordable, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
All right, next one. What is the best book you ever read or listened to?
Ooh, book. Oof.
Oh, you got me.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of reading the Pizza Bible, so that one's. I am. I see where I got one. Oh, I gotta get into this one. Shadow Divers. That's my next one to get into.
The fuck is that?
It's about a German submarine in World War II who caused like 4 or 5 battleships, passenger ships off the Jersey coast to sink. Anyway, so it sunk out into the Atlantic now, about 65, 70 miles from Point Pleasant,
Oh
and I mean
damn.
we fish it pretty regularly for different stuff like that. And actually, this is about two divers who have gone down, searched the wreck, gotten stuff off of it.
How deep is it?
215, 220, pretty damn deep.
Wait, 220 feet?
Yeah, 220 feet, 225 feet.
50 miles offshore. It's only 225 feet?
Yeah, for the most part,
The
right
East Coast is a
here.
lot shallower than the West Coast. The West
Oh
Coast
yeah,
fucking it's like a cliff. The East Coast kind of smooths out. That's
Really?
what.
yeah. The East Coast moves out for like 90, 100 miles, and then it hits the cliff.
Yep.
Interesting.
But
All right.
yeah, and there's a lot of stuff on there too. A lot of people have died diving that wreck, so there's interesting for sure.
Yeah, fuck that.
Shadow
All right.
divers.
So time travel. Would you go if you could time travel and fuck, how do we always ask this question? Would you where would you go if you could time travel? And you could go forward or back. You can go forward or backward. Would you go forward or backward?
Hmm.
And when?
Probably backward. I mean, forward would be
Okay.
cool to see. I don't know what. I have a feeling, depending on how far forward you go, it's going to be a freaking crater of the world. So,
6 months.
yeah. So backwards, I think definitely. I mean, I don't know. I don't know where to go. That's always a hard one. I don't know what like where I want to go or who I want to see. Being someone who was like the discoverer of something would be probably
Yeah.
pretty cool. Like, you know, like
Instead of Christopher Columbus,
it was
Caboose Finelli.
it was Kevin Caboose up there. Um, Something like that would probably be pretty damn cool. You discovered something like never before done or never seen, or like
Yeah, that would be
actually
cool.
marked like a new thing, something like that.
And then the next generation can blame you for every bad thing that went wrong after yeah, for next. Anyway, all right.
Next question.
Next question.
Name a famous person, dead or alive, you'd have dinner with, and why?
Ooh. Um, I'll go with the random childhood favorite and say Adam Sandler.
Oh hell yeah,
Oh, that's a good one.
that'd be funny as hell.
I just think it'd be good. Like, also, like, do I get to be like, I want dinner with Adam Sandler, but like, he has to be in his Happy Gilmore like
Sure.
status.
We're like Little Nicky.
What did it feel like beating up Bob Barker?
So, something like that. I mean, I think he'd be hysterical. He's also insanely successful, so it's, I'm sure you know get to know a lot from him. But he'd be someone fun to like hang out with. He would have a good time to be like just a regular, you know, guy like one of us having a good time.
Yep.
For sure. All right, man. The last question of the lightning round.
Lightning round.
So,
Round.
what's a song you hear that when you hear it, it always brings you back to a specific place in time, and where is that specific place in time?
Oh Jesus, that's a good one. Damn.
Might be easier to think of like a specific place and time, like riding your bike as a kid or something, or camping out somewhere. I think that's how we originally said it. When you're like 10 or 12 years old, name a song that reminds you of that.
Yeah, like I think it was like it brings you back to riding a bike on a summer night as a kid. Like for me, it was like Uncle Cracker.
Yeah.
Always brings me back to like
Mine was
like
Drops
the
in Jupiter.
late 90s or early 2000s. Yeah, but like
All
Rob
right.
had said something like, "What did he say, dude? The boys are back or whatever."
I don't remember.
Some
I got a
song.
good one. It was kind of, I just remember being a kid in my house, and like it was on or whatever. And mom would love singing or something. But some good old Meatloaf,
Ooh, Stairway to Heaven.
Oh,
Paradise by the Dashboard Light or whatever. That song, I just remember like being in like the house as like a young kid, and like that was
Yeah.
last day. My mom would be like in a good mood. It was like probably like Saturday cleaning or Sunday cleaning.
dude.
And she was like just rocking out to that and going around the house. I think it was on. We had these speakers that were like 5 foot tall that, you know, barely made a sound, but they were enormous for how old they were. And, you know, like just worthless garbage right now.
Yeah.
I literally remember that. Like that was pretty cool. That's probably one of the few that would, I think, stand out.
Was your mom Italian?
No, not at all. She's Irish.
Okay.
My whole dad's side of the family is Italian. And
Yeah.
they own multiple pizzerias. That's part of where some of the pizza shit comes from too.
There you go, bro. If you ever lose your day job, you can go work for the family business and make pizzas.
No,
The reason I ask is because when you said like like a Saturday or Sunday cleaning, whenever I hear the Beatles, I always think about a Sunday. My mom is cleaning. I'm playing like Nintendo 64. She's got the Beatles blasting, but there's a pot of sauce on, and the whole house smells like sauce. I can like smell it. I can hear it.
so that's
That
it.
yeah
Literally the same exact thing. And I don't know what the deal was. Not what the deal was, but like same. My mom always had the pot of sauce going too. She wasn't the Italian one at all, but it was. She went into it. This did the sauce thing, and it was literally that, almost identical. Like me and my brother screaming at Nintendo or whatever the hell it is. The Game Boys come out. Who's yelling at what?
yeah
Cleaning going on. It's literally that. I remember Nintendo. The smell of sauce. The smell of Windex. That's like a strong one. Like that.
yeah
It's
yeah.
like
You know,
burned into your
Windex,
memories.
like Windex was like the universal cleaner of everything. It's like, oh, is that dirty? Spray some Windex on it and we'll clean it up.
Yeah, dude, isn't it crazy? Like the whole like smell associating like a scent to a memory is insane. Like whenever I smell cigarettes, especially like Marlboro Golds, um, like or even like there's actually a few brands, but whenever I smell cigarettes, I think of New York because my family on Long Island and in Brooklyn, they all were smokers until like they were in their 70s. So I always think of like cigarettes. I go to New York. When I smell like lemon cleaning products, I go to Bensonhurst, Brooklyn. My great grandma, her apartment and her bathroom always smelled like lemon cleaning
Yeah,
products.
lemon
It's just like
punch.
yeah, like lemon plate. Dude, it always like little things always bring me back to very specific places. Like smells more than songs, but there are songs obviously that bring me back to like you know. That's funny. Meatloaf. I didn't
Dude, literally, the more we're talking about
expect
it,
that one.
between the music, the cleaning smells, and like that, just like Saturday, like a Saturday or Sunday where it was like spring or fall, where like the windows were open, like that breeze was coming through. Like I could literally just picture it. Like I'm
Dude,
sitting around the couch right now doing that. That's
our
pretty
town,
insane.
our town in the fall has like I'm not gonna say it has like a specific smell, but like even during the fall where there's a smell like where there's like whatever is leaves on the ground or whatever, I always go back to that. But also the one thing I don't know if your neighborhood was the same way because even though you were on like the other side of the hill, but like during the fall when it was a humid night, you could smell like some of the wine fermenting in the air because of all the Italians making
Yeah.
wine.
Really?
Like shit like that. Yeah, dude, it was awesome. Like growing up there when we grew up was amazing. Now the demographics shifted a little bit, so I don't know if there's like as many Italians like making wine as there was before. But like in my neighborhood, there was like you could hear some of the old timers like that came over. They would just speak Italian to each other. So if like it was a quiet fall night, you could hear Italian. You could smell the wine if it was like humid.
Oh, that's fun. No, we didn't. That smell dropped off. We didn't get that. We got that fall like
The hill blocked it.
Yeah.
But speaking of making wine though, I got a nice batch going on right now.
You're
Do
making
you?
wine? Dude, you're doing everything.
Now that you said that, yeah, me and a few friends are doing it. Here we 2 weeks ago we crushed all the grapes. Last week we juiced them, and
Are you
then
doing it at a place or you're doing it like at someone's
yeah,
apartment?
so it's at my friend's house. He owns a landscaping company, so it's like where his yard is. So he has a garage there. We're keeping it in. But yeah, we got that whole ordeal going. Don't ask me why, but the idea came up, and I was like, hey, why the hell not? It sounds
Hell yeah.
good. I can pull out my inner Italian a little bit, and then there we go. So we're definitely waiting for that. We got, I think it's Merlot we're making, so we got a big batch getting going, ready for next summer, hopefully.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, I'm
That's
looking
cool.
forward to that. We a lot of
Yeah,
wine going down this.
dude,
Tell
wine's the
the
best.
go
Best.
ahead.
What's your favorite alcohol?
Beer.
Is beer.
What kind of beer?
Some Coors Latte is probably my favorite right now.
Coors Light?
Definitely a standard one. Uh,
Not a
yeah,
Bud
I
Light guy.
mean, you can always punch down.
I was gonna make that joke like not Bud Light.
You can always punch down on a Coors Light, no matter what it is. 7 in the morning, 7 at night, 7 deep, 7 not, whatever. Always good to hit the spot.
Tell
Now
that
this
story
wine,
about
no, this homemade wine, none of that, additive junk in there. Oof, now we're talking.
Yeah, yeah.
hits
That zero
hard.
hangover juice.
Ooh. Let's say tell the story of your the fishing trip to Mexico. That sounded like an awesome time.
Ooh. that was sick. That was something I would love to do again. I would drop and go. I wish I could go right now. So it was out of Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, which is over on the west coast there. We went with this charter fishing organization called Snook Mafia. They're down there. It's
Snook Mafia.
yeah, there's two guys that run the show. It's Adrian and Carlos. And they have a couple of mates that come along with them. But anyway, this was all pre-pandemic. We were getting everything set up. My cousin's enormous fisherman. Same deal with me. He's like 10 years older than me, so he has a bit more experience doing some of these exotic trips. So he started doing them for a number of years. He got more of a taste of them, what they are, all what's involved and everything. We started talking together for a couple trips. Had a few different things planned actually before pandemic came and ruined a number of them. But this one kind of hung out through. We had to keep moving around a little bit. But anyway, so it settled up, and this was 2021, so a year into COVID. We flew down to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. It was me, my cousin, and my cousin's wife. Get on this, go down there. Just like a trip from start to finish was just like just a hysterical fun trip. We fly down there, get to the airport. We're standing in the middle of the airport, don't even know where we're supposed to be going right now. And all of a sudden, this random girl walks up to us and he's like, "Oh, are you Bill? Are you Steve?" And whatever. We're like, "Yeah." She's like, "Okay, can I come with me? Like, I'm with Carlos. Our car's over here, or whatever." She's like, "All right, sounds good." Brought all of our stuff. We have so much crap with us. We brought all of our rods, all of our gear, all the tackle. So we had a ton of shit. Get down there, hop in the car. We drove down to like this little bit of inlet where they're at, where they kept the boat. Walk down to it. They got this little, maybe 26, 27 foot Panga, 2 twin outboards on the back of it. Load up all the gear onto it. He brings us out to like a nice little lunch dinner. Had a good time there at like this real cool, like authentic local place. So like it was cool to get like that kind of experience. They put us up in, which I think was one of their apartments for the night before we left. Like they like rented themselves a hotel, or they stayed with each other before the trip, and they gave us like one of their apartments to sleep in for the night.
You like saw the dude's toothbrush there, and you're like, what?
It was like a strange setup. Like we walked in the door, you're like, what the hell's going on? But it was totally cool. Left say Sunday morning at like 2 a.m. We leave on boat. We go out to there's 4 couple number of islands over there. We went to this island Isabel, this first one. Fished all around it. And now we're like way into the Pacific Ocean now. I think 100 plus miles from Puerto Vallarta, maybe 60 miles from the closest point of land was this island.
Wait, how big is this boat?
A 26, 27 foot Panga.
You're 100 miles off the coast in a 26-foot boat?
Yeah.
And you sleep on it, right?
Get the fuck out of here.
And you slept on it, right?
Dude, it was a one insane trip. So we get to this first island. We fished all the way towards it, to it, fish around it, get to the island, fish around the island. Then it was time to, set up shop for the night. So on that island, we boarded the island. We stayed in this little place for 3 days, 3 nights, 4 days, whatever the hell it was. We got, no running water, no nothing. It was uninhabited. So it was just, you did what you had to do.
You said it was a concrete pad, basically, right?
Yeah, literally. It was like, I'm trying to think where it was on the Galapagos Islands. They call it the Galapagos Islands of the West Coast of the Pacific, I guess. And whatever it is, whatever that structure was, they built on the Galapagos Islands. They were building an identical structure there, and they never finished it for whatever reason. So it was just a concrete pad, really, is all it was. We slept on that. There were lizards everywhere, snakes, like the big ass birds. It was covered in, like you heard them all night going.
How big of a pad?
It was big, like 50 by 50. Like it was a sizable thing. It was supposed to be like a big structure.
Just a cement pad in the middle of just a cement pad, or is this on an island?
On the island, but it was literally the cement pad. It had like a form of a roof on it, but it was just like it never ever finished. Like it was all just kind of raw concrete, nothing done.
Okay, and was it like a jungle, like a jungle, like off?
Literally, like you jungle, like you got on the beach. We walked up this trail, and then there were trees and shit around you, and then it was just boom, concrete thing.
Does it look like the Jurassic Park island? Like how big of an island are we talking?
Yeah. No,
Interesting.
literally Jurassic Park is what it looked like every island we went to.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was insane. I got some
Sounds like an
insane
adventure.
pictures from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to find them. I got some insane pictures from it that were cool. And then what this island also did though was like it was for Pacific, the Mexican commercial fishermen. And then I mean, you think of commercial fishermen in the United States, the massive boats, all this crap, all this gear, whatever. I mean, the commercial fishermen down there were just the same pangas as we did. You know, they go out until their boat's full and they go back home. So they almost use this island as like a halfway spot. If like, hey, we need to stay another day, they would come pull up here. They'd spend the night, and then they left in the morning too. And then everyone we spoke to, even the guys that ran our charter that we went out on, I mean, it spoke Spanish, like they spoke broken English. One of the guys didn't speak any English at all. And then
Every time he talked to me, he just goes, "Yes."
literally, I'm not gonna lie. It was Carlos, Chico, and Ivan were the three guys we went with. Chico didn't speak any English. Carlos was the man. He was the guy who ran it. And then this other kid, Ivan, who was like our age. We had a blast all together. But then like, all these commercial fishermen that would sit there and stay the night, like they didn't speak a single word of English. But like we'd be up all night, like just sharing stories in broken ass language to each other, and we had a ball. Like, it was just a fun time. It was a weird kind of communicated thing, but like all just being pretty diehard fishermen. It was like, we got along. We knew what we were talking about. We knew it was whatever.
Could you imagine if they're trying to retell your story to somebody because they speak like broken English?
Literally,
It's a
yeah.
completely
Like, oh, look at
different
these.
story.
Wait, did you sleep on the boat any nights? Because you did,
Yeah,
right?
so we did that island for 3 days, and then we went off to these other chain of islands, called the Three Maria Islands out there, which were a bit further offshore. And what was insane about these things is like we were 100 plus miles off, but like at one point we were maybe 60 miles off, and like you could see like east and west two big mountains. Like even though they were like 100 plus miles apart, like you could see the tips of like these two mountains because that's how tall and freaking big they were.
Shit.
So that was pretty incredible to see. From a distance, these three Maria Islands, they're massive islands. Like from a
They
distance,
look
you kind of
beautiful.
just see like these cloudy structures, and they had like their own weather systems on them. Like you would literally look like, oh, where am I looking at? And you find out where this, like, you look at this massive cloud, like, all right, there's the third island. You look down, you see it. See the next cloud, look down, there's the second island, like the first island, the cloud. It was like weird, it was cool to see. But so then we made the trek from where we were staying on the island over to these three islands. At the time, it was a little iffy because there was a lot of government issues going on over there. And they had restricted the island to those three islands to fishing, and the Navy was actually patrolling the islands.
The Mexican Navy or the U.S. Navy?
Mexican Navy was patrolling these islands to stop fishing. They didn't want fishing on it. It's a little bit of a mixed thing. And I say it because what they wanted to stop was all the illegal fishing, the overcatching, the over whatever. They actually were doing what they were supposed to be doing. And then the guys that we go out with, they pride themselves on releasing everything. Helps the ecosystem. It's just, you're doing it for fun. You're releasing the fish. That, and a lot of these fish aren't that good to eat. They're trophy fish to catch, but they're not great to eat. They would keep them for the heck of it just because they get money from them still.
Right.
So really they're regulating that, but there was supposed to be zero fishing going on over there. And same thing, all three are uninhabited. The one island actually was a jail island back years ago. It had a jail on it. It was a big Mexican federal prison. And then sometime, I want to say semi-recently, like 5, 10, 15 years recently, some massive storm caused it to close down, and they moved all the prisoners back inland. And it's just been kind of a wasteland ever since. But so yeah, we were going around these islands catching all sorts of cool crap: cubera snapper, roosterfish, tunas, all sorts of stuff. You saw wild animals on climbing the mountains and roaming the beaches, like wild deer, wild goats, like horses were on one, all sorts of stuff. It was unbelievable.
Awesome.
Roosterfish are funky looking.
Yeah, they are some insane looking ones, and that fish is like literally watching like a Jurassic Park thing. Like you're literally reeling your lure on top, and all of a sudden you see those three big whatever the hell hair, the
Spikes or
on the
whatever.
bag, yeah. All of a sudden, like you would see them pop up behind it, and they would be like snaking behind it. It literally looks like that
Yeah, I'm looking at one
big T
now.
Rex looking thing with the fin on the back.
Oh, yep.
It literally looks
Yeah.
like him swimming up behind it. And I mean, it was unreal to see. We saw so many different fish, caught so many. Then a lot of stuff we did too, like since we prided on the releasing, like you're using a lot of barbless hooks or stuff like that to help not harm the fish and crap like that.
Yeah.
It was incredible. We saw one boat the entire time. And it was funny because at the time we were getting ready to set up to stay the night there. And we saw this one boat coming in, cruising around, and we're like, "Oh my god!" Like, and that's when we thought it was the Navy. We're like, "Oh fuck!" Like, this is the end. Here we go. Trips over, or hopefully just the trips over, nothing worse or whatever.
Get executed. Yeah, get executed.
And then this boat pulls up next to us. They start talking to us, and they turn around they were just speaking with the captain. They turn around to go off, and then the home port of the boat was Wilmington, Delaware. And we're like, you're shitting me. Like all the way down here, like we passed a Wilmington, Delaware boat. And at the time, that's where my cousin lived too. So he was like, is this like a real joke?
Yeah, what the hell? Well, damn.
That's where we stayed the night. So we spent 2 nights on the boat there. We just anchored up in the, safest location in the water. And then we stayed there. He had like a little, one of those green propane tank gas grill things. Had some fire quesadillas, some fire tacos he made up. They had all sorts of shit. We pretty much ate, we would keep like a fish a day. It would be like the lunch fish and the dinner fish. Did that. I mean, it was just unreal. Some of the structures that you saw were unreal. Some of those wacky videos, like you see boats next to like these jagged rocks and cliffs and crap like that in this insane white water. I'm like, that's what we were doing.
That's so cool.
And now, like seeing the videos of it, I'm like, Jesus, like that's what that looked like from like behind. But like that's what we were doing, and we didn't think anything of it. When you're on it, it was just you're fishing, and it was just us 3 who wanted to fish, and went and did the trip. And then, like it was just the 3 guys that made it and came with us. They loved to fish more than we did. Like the second we sat down to get a break, which you needed to do because we were in like 200 degrees every goddamn day there. You sat down and drank a Gatorade, drink of water, and then Chico come running up, holding your rod, like pointing, like, "Can I use it? Can I use it?" And I was like, "Yeah, go for it. Do whatever you want." And they would fish for a bit, we'd alternate. It was just a fun time. It's amazing, like 6 people on a 26, 27-foot boat for 6 full days.
Sounds like such an adventure. I'm definitely gonna do that at some point.
Yeah, I remember being like, this is like an actual adventure.
Yeah, that's
6
awesome.
days from not being able to contact anyone. Literally 6 days of just zero contact with the world.
Sleeping under the stars in the boat in the middle of the ocean must have been fucking amazing.
The amount of stars that you could see run real. They had the fluorescent phytoplankton.
That's so cool.
So this was actually pretty insane. They had the fluorescent phytoplankton. So like anytime there's a ripple in the water or disturbance in the water, you would see that glow and stuff appear. On the final day, we got into a good tuna bite on the final day, and we stayed out there into the dark, and then we trekked home. But then on the trek home, there was dolphins like swimming with the boat and jumping, and these dolphins would be in and out under the boat with the fluorescent phytoplankton. Like the dolphins were glowing, like they'd be jumping, and like they would
like a dream.
the outline of their whole body like glowing and under the boat and jumping around. It was unreal.
Yeah, it sounds like a dream. That sounds so cool.
I don't even know what to call it. It was unreal.
It's like a Disney movie.
Yeah, it was so freaking cool. The light, the stars were freaking phenomenal.
Do you feel like that, like for like your mental health, that like helps a lot too? Like, did you feel like after disconnecting from the world for like 6 days, did you feel refreshed, like your soul?
It reminded me how much I hate the rest of the world. Like, oh, great, I'm back in this. I'm back into having to deal with everyone now.
Back into the shit.
Literally,
the rat race.
I was telling as soon as the plane landed in Newark, back in Newark, New Jersey, I was like, oh yeah, I'm happy to be home. Yeah, or like I was stranded out in the boat for another freaking 3 weeks.
Yeah, dude. I was talking to a buddy like literally earlier today, and I was like, "Yo, I know obviously we live in the U.S. and all that, but like, you know who's probably so fucking free? Are like people like the Mongolians or like people that like literally live in like the steppes, like the Caucasus and stuff, dude. Like you ever do you watch UFC?
Yeah,
So
not
like,
intense, but yeah.
dude, like Khabib and all his guys, like they just get on horses, they go hunting. Like even the Mongolians, like they live, there's like just, steppes for miles and they're just on their horses. They're living like an old school nomadic lifestyle. And like sure, life is hard because you got to worry about clean water and like all that kind of stuff. Like yeah, life is harder, right? But dude, you don't have to get up and punch a clock. You don't have to be hunched in front of a computer. You could literally like get to hunt and this, you talk about the stars and like you're like one with nature.
Yeah.
You don't know what the fuck a boss is. There's maybe like a I'm not gonna say like a war band leader, but like a not even a tribal leader to like make. I don't want to make it sound like they're like not civilized, but like you get what I'm saying. There's
An
like
alpha
somebody,
male.
Live their own life, yeah.
yeah, an alpha,
And they
yeah.
all know it.
And yeah, but they just get to like you get to get up and you just get to get on your horse and go hunting and like there's thousands of there's like so many miles for you to just go and do whatever you want to do and like you know what I mean. And
Yeah,
I
you're
feel
just
like
responsible for your own stuff. It's like, oh, I need dinner tonight. All right, I need to go catch dinner tonight then. It's not,
yeah,
you go
yeah,
home
and you're like
and
with
cook.
nature, and you're in front of a fire, and you don't have to worry about your fucking email going off at 9 o'clock at night because of something stupid that could probably wait 3 days, right?
Exactly.
Like,
It's so soft. It's so
Bro,
soft.
I gotta go buy a freaking loaf of bread for $100. Like,
yeah, exactly, yeah, a loaf of bread that stays good for 4 weeks because it's just full of shit that your body's never supposed to have. And dude, when you go to the grocery store, look, just take a step back and look around. Everything is in fucking plastic. Everything is
goddamn
like
bag to take it out in though. Yeah,
it all has some sort of food coloring in it. Everything's in plastic. Like our food is disgusting. It's
Yeah, it's
disgusting.
artificially engineered to be bigger. It's
Full
fucking
of sugar, full of shit.
yeah.
I went to Dollar General the other day. I wanted to get lime water. Right? I'm looking at the back of this lime water. By the way, I had like 3 of them. Like these I puked the next day. Right?
You
I look
puked
at
it? What'd you say?
I puked the next day. I literally puked the next day. And I mean, like I said, it could have been like a bunch of. I had way too many Cheez-Its, but I looked at the ingredients, dude. There was like some chemical I've never heard of that's a preservative. I'm like, why is the second thing in my water a preservative?
Why is there a
in water?
preservative in my water?
no, exactly. That's what got me a lot on the cooking shit. I'm like, a can of whatever, club soda or soda water. Why? What the fuck are these ingredients? Why is it not just water and lime?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. So they might not have.
Yeah.
They might not have like cars and big screen, 4K TVs and streaming services and all that kind of stuff in other countries. But when you really think about, like, to your point about sleeping under the stars and just being like free,
They're
like
free.
really, what is freedom? Is it material wealth and excess, or is it like being able to get up and being like, today I'm gonna just like be in nature and hunt food and like take a few breaths, dude? But I can't even meditate. When I meditate, I'm just thinking about the next fucking thing I have to do. I get more anxious.
Shit running and running and running.
Yeah, it sucks.
That's why being doing that, taking a break out like we did there, and that was the true. Like I don't know how many people can say, "Hey, I was detached from the world for that long of a time," and like it was by. It's not like if I wanted to, like, oh, let me call home if I wanted to. Like no, I didn't have that chance. It was just, hey, you can call once we get back in, which is a week from now.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I mean, that was just absolutely incredible. And I mean,
Where are our
it's-
sales for the quarter? It's like I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I'm just worried
right.
about catching a
Who
fish.
gives a
Yeah.
shit?
That's what
Yeah.
we're worried about. Was like, okay, another cast. Like that cast didn't produce a fish, so what am I gonna do differently next cast?
Yeah, man.
Like that was the worry, not the rest of the shit. But I mean, like I was saying, with staying with some of those commercial fishermen guys, staying with whatever. Like some of those commercial fishermen, like yeah, their life's coming out, filling the boat and going back, but like they were the happiest people with whatever. They had to sleep on that damn pad with us too. Like they didn't have a nice bunk or anything, and they were
Right.
more than happy. They were giving us stuff like, oh, you want our blanket, you want
Yeah,
whatever.
man. It
They were just happy
changes your
happy to
perspective.
help, happy to do whatever, happy to do anything. They were just, I may have missed a whole part of that, this story. That I definitely got to throw in quick. All of a sudden, we're on the island that we stayed over. We're staying on the island with the commercial fishermen. One of the outboard engines starts acting up, and it just wasn't good. So now we're already in this trip journey, wherever the hell we're at. Now we got like one engine down. Like, what the fuck is this? And now that's what I'm like. I'm starting to look around like my cousin. And we're looking at each other like, "What, yo?
Fuck.
Like this is a little."
Do we
Okay.
eat Chico? Do we eat Chico first?
We gotta assert dominance and take him out.
Chico, you're looking pretty good over there, buddy. The engine starts going bad or whatever it was. So that actually kept us another day on that island. We stayed there before going venturing further. But tell me that where else in the world this would happen. One of the commercial fishermen guys, they came out onto our boat, they checked out the motor. They thought what it was just a bad starter. So like, all right, whatever, we'll go back and bring you a new one because they were going back to port to offload and come back out. They drove all the way back to whatever the closest port was. There was one closer than where we came out of, so maybe it was 60 miles. They drove back 60 miles. They got whatever the new starter and a mechanic to fix it, brought the guys out to our boat, and fixed the whole thing for like the grand total of like a US $25.
What?
These guys
Holy
an
shit.
80 to 100-mile round trip run, brought a mechanic, brought a new mechanic part.
It's like 8 hours of like travel, right?
Well, yeah, changed out the whole thing. And then he said the money, afterwards, that whole thing happened. The guy, I think Carlos turned around to us and he says, like, you guys want to guess how much that just cost? And we were all in the hundreds, if not like thousands. Well,
Thousands,
we want
yeah.
to say, like, listen, whatever he wants, I'll write him a check because he just saved our ass big time. He's like, that cost $25, and we're all like, you fucking kidding me? And he's like, yeah, but don't worry, I gave him like it was like 5, 6, 700 or whatever. I'm like, yeah, like give him more. You kidding what the hell he just did?
Yeah.
Not only did they did that, they actually brought out a ton more fuel for us, so we can continue the journey and that whole thing. We used way more gas than we thought we did, so they brought out a bunch more. And that was it. So that was like a whole day worth of stuff, but like that. I mean, tell me where that would happen out here.
Not in the US.
That's like the
Yeah,
South Park episode where they're trying to get the whale to the moon, and every country's saying like $1 billion. Then Mexico just says $300.
I got like $3. That's it.
300 million. $300.
All right. Well, I think we're at about an hour and a half. So we'll probably call it a wrap here. It was a blast.
Episode.
Do you have any
that was awesome. Thanks, guys.
any parting words here, Caboose?
I don't think so. Have fun. Have fun.
Eat sloppy joes.
Eat
Peace.
sloppy joes. Shout
Sloppy
out
joes.
PJ's, some pizza.
Don't die.
Finelli's pizza in there. And then that's it. To the next adventure.
All right, I'm in the recording. Just hang out though. All right, see you everybody.